So, Sile, on Saturday afternoon, the Seahawks will travel to Atlanta. Falcons are 5-point favorite and over under at about 51 points. I wanted to start with the Falcons. Matt Ryan and Julio together again. Hopefully, Julio healthy after a week of bye. How are you looking at the Falcons? You think that Falcon stack's going to be pretty high owned?
I think the Falcon stack will be pretty low owned. I think again, like all four of these divisional weekend games are rematches of a matchup earlier in the season. So that can give us a little bit of insight into what will happen, although a lot of these teams are different now. And then we saw that Matt Ryan and Julio Jones had a lot of success before, and this game was in Seattle. So I expect that to continue. We have emergence of Taylor Gabriel and someone that didn't exist earlier in the season, and I would like to see him get involved. I don't know if he's going to be a great DFS play with his limited touches, limited snaps, but something that may be worth a GPP flyer. And then again, we can definitely always take exposure to these Atlanta running backs, who will be probably very low owned, and I think they could have a solid day. On the other side of the ball, we really saw emergence of Thomas Rawls last week. His price has jumped up significantly. I think he had 160 plus yards rushing, something that very few people saw coming. I think he's definitely worth a look, although Seahawks project to be behind, which could limit his workflow, especially with Procise coming back, who's more of a third down and receiving back. But I definitely like Rawls in this spot against Falcons. Defense is definitely more vulnerable against a run. And again, Russell Wilson, someone who's always in games, and if this projects to be a come from behind situation, that's when Russell Wilson can really put up points in bunches.
So early on, Seattle, do you think that their game plan coming in is to try to control the clock with Rawls and give Atlanta limited opportunities? How do they go into this game?
I think they're going to try to score as many points as they can. I don't think they're going to focus on trying to grind out the clock. That doesn't seem as part of their MO. So I think they will use the ground attack, and that's just mostly because that's the way to attack the Falcons' defense rather than some meta clock management type strategy.